Okay, so when you dance, it's very important to use your hip as an engine. So hip always doing figure eight type of movement. So put your heel down. Now try to imagine your hip bones here have two pencils. And those pencils are drawing a beautiful circles. So circle on the right hip, keep heel down, yes. Circle on the right hip, circle on the left hip, circle on the left, circle on the right. So now keep going forward, side, back, forward, side, back. On the counts, on two, hip is going forward. Yeah, change that. On two, hip go forward. On end, hip going side. On hip going back. Three and four, one and two and three and four, one. So as you dance, your hip is your engine. Two and three and four, one. Two and three and four, one. To try to keep your shoulders as square as you can, this part, and the hip really, really active. Three and four. More. You can do more than that. Go. Two and more and faster. 4-1. Now remember to keep your feet in the 45-degree here position and brush your legs as you do your figure eight. Brush your legs. Brush your legs. No hold between legs. And go. Activate hip. 2 and 3. 4, 1. 2 and 3, 4. The same as we're going side to side. How we change weight. We always start with the circle in front. Then it's going side. It's going backward. And as it goes backward, that feeling of the back hip pushing our spine to the other side, that's how we change weight. And then we immediately start working our other circle in front. Forward, side, back. So as the hip goes back, that's where we create a force to change weight. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Hip and 4, 1. 2 and 3, 4. Now next one, if you would like to move our legs, we always try to use hip action to invite our leg to the step. So hip going forward, side, as hip going back, it's invite this leg from above the knee with the resistance to close. So if you would like in dancing close your leg, you want to do high hip here circle, and this circle bring the leg in. Now from here, changing weight, 2 and 3. Now to step side, they say we're gonna use this circle on the left to introduce our step, and immediately start doing that forward circle. 2 and 3, 4, 1. 2 and 3, 4, 1. Better. 2 and 3. Make sure your legs are not moving independently. The hip totally in charge of the whole movement. Now try to do the same forward and back. 2, hip forward, 3, forward. Here still try to push this hip forward, side and back. Beautiful circles, figure eight. Now if you would like to go side, use this hip forward, side, back to collect, and place that foot to the side using the hip. The same this hip, inviting the leg in and placing behind. And as your leg arrive, make sure you continue with the beautiful hip circle. Hip actions is very essential for Latin American dance. The same backward. 2 and. So make sure here is not just only knee. You have a full circle here, circle here. Go behind. 4, 1. Back. 2, 3, and 4, 1. Now on the 4, 1, slow down your figure eight, especially in front. Slow forward circle. 2, so 2 is this circle here. 3, it's this circle here. Now 4, 1, it's a slow circle all the way here, front, side, back. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. 2 and 3 and 4, 1. More circles then. 2 and 3, 4, 1. Now from here, for exercise, just stay like this. Put your leg behind. And now try to push your hip forward as much as you can and make a circle with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on 8, use this scooping action to produce your next step. Yes, very good. Now do the same exercise on other leg. Step forward. 1, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, circle, circle. 6, 7, and 8. Now step forward. Now go 1, 2, 3 for the hip twist exercise. Do your hip circle. 1, 2, and on 3, use that power to twist yourself. Continue this hip back. Now use this hip to step forward, and again here, 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and again go 1, 2, 3. Now only 2 times. Go 1, 2, but try to keep your legs straight. 1, 2. Now only 1 time. Step, twist, step, twist. Walk and a walk and a walk, and using hips to move forward, using hips to move backward, using hips to move side. Everywhere use your hips. Right. So let's go through our routine, darling, how we can get better. So as we start, already start with the high hip circle here, then the circle travels to your left leg, and then left hip activate the leg, and that's where you're gonna start your choreography. Always figure 8. And 2 and 30 and 4 1, 2 and 30 and 4 1. So now when you land to fan, it's very important to not land there and stay there, but as you land, you start working that left hip circle to invite this leg in. The same as you're closing, using here high hip circle to change weight. Yeah, for the fan. And 2 and now use hip 3. Now use this hip and 4 1, and use hip 2, and this is called forward walk turning. So you're gonna be high hip circle, getting into here, and then open your hip, 4 1, 2 and 3 and 4 1. Use a hip twist. Yeah, let's go from here. This is the camera. And 2 and 3. You have to complete full circle. 3, 4 1, alimana, and 2 high hip circle to turn you. Now from here, use this hip to get out from this position. Now use this hip for the hip twist. Step forward. Use this hip to do forward walk turning and back. 2 and 3 and 4 1, and 2 and 3. You see here again, hip circle here. Now as you go forward, you need a strong hip circle here. Right, high hip to turn and back. 2 and 3 and 4 1. That's better. 2 and 3 and 4 1, and 2 and 3 hip circle. 4 1. 2 and 3 and 4 1. High hip turn. No way. Turn through the high hip. And 2 and 3, 4 1. Excellent. Side steps. 2 and 3, 4. Keep your figure 8 going. Never stop. Never ending process. 2 and 3, 4 1, and hip. 2 and 3, 4 1, and 2 and 3, 4 1. Now New York's 2 hip and 3 and 4 1 hip circle. 2 and 3, 4 1 hip circle. 2 and 3, 4 1. 2 and 3, 4 1. 2 and 3, 4 1 hips. Yes. So hips are very important.